Who are good representatives of playing more than one character. SuperPIE with the Wario Wii Fit train, and Haze with the Diddy, Rob, and what was the other character?
The Diddy, Rob,
Wolf frame. So we're gonna see these two playing their tried and true right now in Wario versus Diddy.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how many times Haze has had like switched primaries, and I feel like he's really settled on, especially in Jersey, where the landscape can be very top-heavy with some characters.
Yeah.
He's heading into that Diddy Kong, expecting to play a lot more of these top tiers or being able to counter zone effectively, and then playing off the matchup depending on what comes up next. And Wario, I feel like he's going to be perfectly fine in a matchup like this. It's going to be played very awkwardly, to say the least, but Haze has always been a scrapper, and rising with some of Diddy's insanely quick aerials is going to make life a living hell for Wario.
Oh, but the high recovery coming out from SuperPIE, just saving himself from what could have been a good punish game off the stage. But now SuperPIE with the edge right now. I like the option right there from Haze to try to catch SuperPIE slipping and maybe just get the barrel kill. But now, you know, a lot of pressure being tagged on. The mind games come into play when you see a Diddy Kong with the banana.
Yeah, and he caught that banana in a slick way, too. Trying to play the ground now is Haze. Force 9SuperPIE to short hop a lot more and fall prey into that banana peel. Looking for the down.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such a high B reverse, but Haze was not ready to avoid that, or maybe just took it on purpose. It wasn't going to kill from center.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, you don't really expect those kind of things to just catch you off guard like that. But these punishes are not looking good on anybody's end right now. Oh, the barrel is not going to be the difference maker, but it's still flying around. It still could make a difference, but it's not even needed as a down tilt fair. Will even things back out to 2 stocks apiece.
And the time taking a long time for that stock to go off, and 9SuperPIE now having that waft on deck at the start of stock 2. Which, I mean, waft is always going to play usually going to play a factor into these matches, and we may see the full combo. No, just going for a quick 50.
And we know one thing about SuperPIE, he is not afraid to use that. He's not afraid to let it rip. And if he has to, he will. Just like right there, he would have been able to do it, but gonna opt to save it. I guess he knows that he can just get this stock out of the way and then tag on all that damage as need be for the final stock. But
I think based on his camera movement, I think that was a misinput down air, which is unfortunate, and it gives Haze a chance to start to make up this damage. Haze still trying to play super aerial base, which you're feeding into Wario. Yeah, that ground game is going to be so important, as both of them seemingly avoiding it. But Haze finding his way back to the ground, trying to stuff out these approaches with that fair. He's been doing so well this entire game.
I like the usage of the bike as well. You know, not many Warriors are just going to go for a roadkill option like that and just run at you with their bike. But SuperPIE's been making it work so far. Dash attack, going to get the sour spot of it and not getting punished. Oh, but there you go, Haze. You held on for a little too long. You got a little too confident, and it costed you the stock. And now, full waft on deck, and you have enough rage as well to work around it as well. There you go, 3 up tilts, yes sir, 41, and you are looking at 1 up air or up tilt away from that waft connecting.
Yeah, or he just plays this land and catch game that he's been doing so well at. Another stuffed out with the fair, but if you're trying to play, like, how many fairs does it take to take a Wario stock, you're going to be playing that game for a very, very long time.
Yeah, Diddy, one of those characters that doesn't have the easiest time killing.
Needs banana.
Yeah. He needs that banana, or he needs just to play those mind games as he's been doing. You know, he has banana in hand. He sees SuperPIE holding shield. Why not? Why did that send that way?
Hurt box shift. Like, what's a hitbox?
Anyway, I mean, 174%. SuperPIE doing a phenomenal job surviving. I mean, he's been playing so well all game. You know, we already saw what that first stock consisted of. But the banana, oh my God,
when your
him.
Best friend betrayal.
Wow.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
Unfortunate. Now, here we go. Yeah. SuperPIE literally just said, waft? No. Just the back air's enough.
He plays without it. It's so ridiculous how he's just doing normal Wario things, dominating the air. It's almost like he plays Wario like Jigglypuff in a lot of ways, where you're so afraid of that down B, so afraid of that rest. Yeah, he's staring. He's staring.
It's the thing with him. He just loves to stare right at the camera, just give you that death stare saying, yeah, B2B, you can't do this. You still can't do this. I'm at a different level than you.
Calling out Brad specifically. Like, hey, BDB.
try to do that, BD Bean. Try to win without WAP for once in your life. But here we go, game 2. Hey, I'm not saying it. That's exactly what SuperPIE's eyes are saying. That's exactly what his eyes are saying. But here we are, game 2. And here we Haze sticking through with the Diddy Kong. I do respect the choice. Diddy does pretty well against a character like Wario. Pretty good, easy character to combo. But, I mean, after what we saw game 1, where we just saw SuperPIE living out for at least longer than 2 minutes each stock, yeah, Haze has to figure something out.
Yeah, and I mean, it's interesting what he decided to do. I kind of wanted him just to not mash. I was like, wait for SuperPIE to spit him out. Because Diddy had his jump, he had his monkey flip. I don't think he had monkey flip, but he could recover. While Wario may have had a little bit more trouble.
Oh.
Yeah, that was clean
nice
banana.
Pressure.
Yeah, throwing out on these platforms. I respect why he wants to go to Town City. He wants to just have more room to disengage, more room to land and get down to the floor. Diddy's ground game is going to be essential against Wario with that banana, but nothing doing with it. So some really clean use of this command grab on 9SuperPIE's part, and the DI was not enough to save him from that up smash.
Yeah, good stock taking right there from Haze. Gonna get first blood in this game too, but he has to be careful with that shield. You've been noticing a lot of times that he holds shield, SuperPIE has been striking with that neutral B bite, and it's paying off. But you know what? Now, like you mentioned before, a lot more real estate. There's not many reasons for Haze to really approach. Just going to wait out the options, wait for SuperPIE to throw out something, or just wait on shield as he does and catch him with those side Bs. Doing a really phenomenal job. This stage is definitely the best counter pick for Diddy right now. Yeah,
I mean, he's been doing, Haze has been giving exactly 9SuperPIE a little bit of a taste of his own medicine game. Just a lot more like, oh, if you're going to shield, then I'm going to hit you with this command grab. I'm going to come in and, hey, monkey flip's a little bit better than Chomp in a lot more instances. And we see if we can catch him on the corner, but full screen is not going to be enough, though the sour spot of dash attack is not going to be enough either. At 157, this Diddy Kong still surviving, never finding the sweet spots he needs to close out the stock.
So Haze is doing a phenomenal job with these bananas and using those side Bs as well. It seems like SuperPIE really has not been able to find anything going for him so far, and now SuperPIE letting a Diddy live past 180 is just out of this world right now, and Haze utilizing all that stage presence that he has and using that side B to continuously catch SuperPIE off guard. Once again, SuperPIE, I love the wait, not forcing anything, but eventually you're going to have to lose your stock, and the bite was the answer. But at 141% of extra credit, it seems highly unlikely that Haze is going to let this momentum break. Up till not even going to be enough.
Yeah, not on that platform, not with the high ceilings of Town and City available to him. But now Haze can start to play a little bit more comfortable in his own position. Doesn't have to force anything, but can still apply the pressure as he sees fit. Banana not available to him, but WAF is for 9SuperPIE, and I thought he was going to try and pull the trigger after landing that banana, but wasn't ready to confirm off of it. This one will do it, the monkey flip yet again. I mean, it's been working all game, and it'll keep working as long as 9SuperPIE wants to land and approach with shield. Haze is not going to allow any of that.
Yeah, and despite the stock being taken, it was a pretty high percentage, so you're seeing a lot more survivability coming out from SuperPIE, but you're also seeing a strong combo game coming out from Haze as well, and now just trying to do his best to avoid the WAF from being a factor, but 3 or 4 fares, and SuperPIE just brought this back to an even game.
Yes. He caught DI in once. Caught him without his jump. Caught him without his monkey flip. Like, every option out of hit stun was just poked away. But, hey, Haze is still riding with this lead ever so nicely. A 100% lead is usually solid, but maybe not against Wario, who's got a bit of an X factor to him. You may call it that.
All it takes is one, but Diddy catching Wario off the bike, that's going to be pretty crucial right now. SuperPIE is struggling with keeping neutral going in his favor, but he now has WAF and is guaranteed to kill. He wanted that roll in so he can blow that WAF, but it's not going to happen. But he does have Diddy off stage in a bad predicament. Going to be able to make it safely, though, is Haze, and avoids the chomp this time. Yeah, rolling in, only getting a down tilt into a forward air punish. Needs to find this stock sooner rather than later before the threat of Wario's normal aerial start to kill. 105, this game is effectively, even at this point, game, and it's effectively gone.
The bike toss just before the banana comes out. That same play Haze wanted to do time and time again. Toss the banana up, see if he could get the trip, get ledge for free. Not allowed to provoke him one more time. The bike, gone.
That was just, being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Haze played that phenomenally. I mean, he had everything going his way, but SuperPIE's resiliency, just became the factor. No waft needed once again,
That entire set.
And I feel like, that's what separates, a lot of, SuperPIE in this case from a lot of Warriors because, he doesn't use that waft as a kill factor. He uses it as a fear factor.
Yeah.
If he can use it, he'll gladly do so. But if he's not confident or if he knows that, he can just beat you out without usage of that waft, he'll just implement that fear and say, like, you're going to do something that may cost you this game. In this case, Haze trying to go for that banana throw, and he just got hit with the bike. He was exactly where SuperPIE needed him to be.
Yeah, and I feel like that's SuperPIE's MO more than any other Wario. Just like, I'm not going to, if he can hit a waft, that's great, but he's not going to lean on it. He's not going to feed into that game plan, but rather use Warrior's other tools. Like I mentioned, he plays it a lot more like Jigglypuff, where he plays a super aerial game, but having those extra ground normals that Jigglypuff doesn't really have access to on top of a floaty aerial scrapping game plan makes it a unique combination to say the least. But we've got to move on to our next round. We're starting to get into some top 8 qualifiers, if I am correct.
Maverick Hunter and Jackal.
Oh boy, yeah, the Maverick Hunter. Now, Maverick Hunter over here has been saying for multiple weeks now, it's like, man, I want to enter, I want to compete, I want to see if I can get that victory, get a grand finals that's like unorthodox, show off what his Mega Man can do. A real like ignited passion, as long as he's not playing against a couple of characters, as he's mentioned himself. Yeah. And here we are. Like, hey, he's getting the chance to go up with the best of the best, the basically one of the highest representations of Fusion, period, let alone Fusion Grand Finals. It is